guys, so this is going to be a little bit more detailed tutorial of like how the ultimate track stats works. Keep all my stuff on my desktop, keep it more manageable. We'll just go ahead and jump into the spreadsheet. Excuse me. Welcome back. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. Like I said, once again, I got some stuff in the pipeline that I'm working on. If you have any questions about anything that we go over, you can hit me on Facebook or leave a comment in the YouTube and I'll get to you. First off, once again, I did this for the community. It's not for sale. If I wanted to sell it, I do it myself. Respect the work that I put in. We're talking about hundreds of hours that I put in here. Not hundreds, probably like 40 hours or more probably putting this together. So anyways, first thing you can do when you get in here, so you keep track of each kid, just drop the athlete's name in there. It's one of the editable fields. One of the things I kept up with, the thing I hear shout out all the time, meters to feet and feet to meters. So try to make that super easy so when you're entering stuff in the worksheet, you can see how it goes. And then, like I said, meters to feet, and then, like I said, feet to meters. So, and I made it super simple. So if you're doing 25.5, you just go right over there and get the information off of the chart. There's the two links for those features, and then this tutorial, just in case you forget something, you can go back through and look at it. You can find all that stuff there. We'll jump into the career page, show you some things. Excuse me. As you see here, we're tracking everything through here. I use a floating window. That way, as I scroll, it maintains the columns and stuff. You can see all the way over here, all the different stats we're tracking through each event. And just once again, as you can see, everything is protected, so you don't have to worry about breaking the formulas. When you go to input, you're only allowed to input things where you can actually input things. Like I said about the floating windows, so things don't move. Mine is on the windows, yours may be in view, but mine has window. You can unfreeze that frame, and then everything will move at once. I don't like that because I like to see where the golds and the bronze and stuff line up at. So what you would do, you just highlight this row, and it'll light it up. You go back to your window and hit freeze panes, and then you can scroll again without that stuff moving. That way, as you input stats as well, you can see them reflecting at the top of your deal. These labels are editable. You can change those labels if you don't like how I have them worded. You can change those labels to what you want. But I've covered every event throughout here that you can get into. So you're scrolling through here, just showing you guys all the events, all of your multis, your relays, all your sprints, walks, hurdles, jumps, vaults, everything like that. And then going from left to right, you got your PRs, your regular golds, your national titles, All-Americans, regional golds, silvers, districts, nationals, top 10, top 25, top 50 in the nation. And it's all tracked on your career page. Wherever you put into your seasons at the bottom, it's going to come back and pull that data, and it's going to stick it right here for you in this area, and it'll reflect to show everything that you did. Like I said, once again, we're heading to Junior Olympics right now, and I wanted to make sure I included to show the nation's top 10, top 25, top 50 if you make it, because not everybody's going to place at nationals, and it's really important that we acknowledge, what the kids are doing. This is going to show your career. That's why I made it the biggest. This is what you're going to see most often are the career medals. So, anyways, let's get into this. Anything that you do, it's always going to reflect your PRs here. Don't ignore that hashtag numeral just because that no data has been entered in. That's why it's not there. The date, unfortunately, I don't have the time or patience to input the code for when you PR, what date you PR'd. You just go in here and you enter the date. It'll automatically pull the PR, but you'll just have to manually enter the date. So I'm assuming it'll be the same day that you're entering in onto the spreadsheet. So that's just one step down left for you. So please forgive me. Like I said, each event will show their total for the entire career, the goals that they got in that particular event. Same thing here. I got my floating windows, is my freezing panes as well, so I can just scroll and look. The thing is say, excuse me, you gotta enter your meets, and it doesn't matter what number you put in there. You can put 1, 15, doesn't matter. It's only gonna count as one meet. So as you see at the top, it reflected, you know, one meet completed. Name the meet. I like to put the dates of everything, so when I look back at it, I know what exactly we got into when we were doing this. That meet. And then the number of events. If you saw my features, you've seen this feature already. It shows, you know, your total events that you've competed in. It shows your meets too. It doesn't change. Even though I put a 2 there, it doesn't matter. As long as you put something in there, it will count it as a meet. Okay. I'm gonna scroll down through here. Go back up real fast. Hold on. So, say for example, like your kids only do sprints. Well, you can highlight these rows, and you can get rid of everything that's not pertaining to you. If your kid doesn't do any other events, you don't have to have those there. And so typically what I tell people to do is to go down to that last minus sign that you got over there, and then you'll right click it once you get it highlighted, and then you hit hide, and it will hide everything that's not pertaining to you for that meet. And so that way it keeps it clean, so when you're reviewing your season, you don't have to look through a bunch of different events that you're not even competing in. So right now we got the 100. One of the key things when entering times, you have to enter 0 first, then the colon mark. If you don't, the number's not going to reflect right. So remember, always put the 0 first, and then the time if it's under a minute. If it's over a minute, you don't have to worry about doing that. As you can see, you put a time in, it's your first one for the season. It's obviously going to be your season best. You put your, you got silver, boom, automatically upstate to silver up to at the top of the spreadsheet. So we can go back to our career, and we can see that silver medal is reflected, and so is the PR. So we know what date we got in. I would just drop the 5/1/21 on there because it was our season opener, right? Boom, you're done. Magic. Everything reflects, everything shows for the career up to this point. Go back to the sheet, to the season page for 2021, and once again, those down there, they can be edited. So I'll show you that here in a minute. But if you want to show everything back again, you highlight those 2 endpoints that you have there. You just right click again, and then you hit unhide, and it brings back everything you hid. Boom. Well, let's just say that you're only won the 100 for this race, and you want to hide everything else. Easy. Let's highlight those rows. Let's hide them. Boom. You still got that title of sprints there, so you can easily scroll to your sprints. Let's get rid of this one. These other 2 races that we're not doing, boom, let's hide those. Boom, done. It's like, oh, you don't do hurdles either, and you're just doing, maybe you're just doing a run and you're doing some throws. And so yeah, we can do that. Let's hide everything up into the throws. So same process. Highlight those rows, right click, hide. Boom. Now you just got your dash up there, and your let's highlight the only throw we're doing. So we're only doing shot put today. So let's highlight that. Let's get rid of everything else we don't need. Boom, keeps it nice and clean. I like when things are clean. It's easy to find the data that I'm looking for. And we'll just go ahead and close out once again that minus sign, hide it, boom, you're good. Oh, okay, these so let's put our shot put in there, and you're more than welcome to keep this by meters or feet. It's up to you, but it has to be in decimal format, which is why I left that chart at the front so you can convert the inches to decimals. So you put it in here, boom, you got the goal. It reflects the season. Don't ignore those zeros, those numbers at the bottom. You can always highlight as well. Just highlight that row, hide it, boom. That way it's not a distraction for you. Boom. But as you see, you got your season best already again on that. You go back to your career, and it's going to reflect. You slow down to the throws, And boom, there you go. Shot put right there. Enter your date for that season opener if you want to. And it's going to reflect. And then you can see how many goals you ever got in the shot put your entire career. Boom. Yeah. Everything's calculated to the front page. The career page, that's where everything's going to pull from all these dates. Over 20 years of data that allowed you guys to support. It'll pull for 20 years of data, which is awesome. Alright, so then let's fast forward to next year, right? Enter a meet in. So as you can see, you're at a new year, so all the stats at the top have reset. In year 1, that's your first meet of the year. Boom, instantly updates to the top. 12 meets competed in. And so we'll say now this one, we'll just make up another one, we'll just call it our district meet. It's our Kansas district meet. Having a hard time spelling again today, apparently. Once again, I have to put dates on everything, just so the kids can look at it later. You know, example here, we compete in 3 meets at the district. And so when you're filling out these, you know, let's just say we're doing long jump. Once again, everything needs to be put into the decimal form. You can do meters or feet. I always put myself in as meters because that's the international standard. And so even my kids are trying to get used to being able to calculate their stuff by meters. And since it's a district meet and you place first, you're gonna mark the district goal. And as soon as you hit enter on that, boom, you got a seasonal goal and you got a district goal, just like that. It's gonna automatically end those in there for you. You don't have to go back and put it in somewhere. Once again, excuse me. And then say another event that we compete in, we compete in the 100 again. So let's do, once again, you see me always put 0 first, the colon, and then around 10-8. Boom, automatically enters the season best. District gold again. Boom, enter in, hit enter. Boom, updates immediately. You go to your career page, it's gonna reflect there as well. You get your new, get your golds there. Get your district meets there. Get your career silvers. You're gonna go up here. You can scroll up here. See it's been filled in. That hashtag numeral is gone. Put the new date in that you PR'd on your district meet. Boom. So it shows your career events, the career amount of meets you've been to, and it's automatically updated for you. Real smooth, real seamless to be able to do that. Let's pretend that it's for 2022, and then this is a district meet to see if you can qualify for regionals. So how many events did you qualify for regionals? Let's just say you qualified for 3. Boom, enter. You qualify for 3 regionals. You qualify 3 events for regionals. Let's pretend this was national qualifier. Boom, you qualify for 3 nationals or junior Olympics, whatever. Automatic, hit enter, updates automatically. It's gonna track everything. Scroll on down, and then, like I said, once again, just finishing in some of these are top 10, top 25, top 50. How many times you did it? That's a really cool thing to be able to track. And boom, just like that, it's reflected up there. Once again, I state again, it's a lot of hard work getting the Junior Olympics. Not everybody's gonna place. I wanted to make sure that those kids had something to show to say, hey, even though maybe not placed, I was still legit. And then also you can track your national titles. It's always going to pull to your career page, and look at that, boom, it's always reflecting. And so it'll be cumulative of everything that they've done throughout their career. And once again, you can track 20 years of data. Fantastic. A couple more things to go over. Like I said, you can see here, it's going to track on your career lifetime achievement. So how many times did you qualify for the 100-meter dash at nationals? How many times you finished in the top 10 in the 100-meter dash? How many times you qualify for districts in 100. How many times you got gold medals in that? So it's very down to every single medal that you ever did for any event that you did throughout your entire career. So let's back up to the season page. I'll show you that you can edit these and change these, but you cannot have duplicates. If you do, it'll jack up the formula. So say you got this track sheet late, you want to go back through and make sure you switch the date so there's no ones that are repetitive. That's gonna be a tedious work on your part, but I've done the hard part. So all you have to do is make sure you don't have duplicates and you'll be fine. So if you want to start at 2022 instead, that's fine. If you want to go back in time and you got some old athletes, you still have that information in your notebook or whatever, you want to write those down, that's fine. You can go through and put those in. If you want to take the dates out and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you can do that as well, and it will keep the formula. Some people may do that. I like the dates, but so let's exit out of this. Let's bring up my son's track record for this year. I just entered this in right before I made this video, just to see how he's done. Like I said, it started off a rough year. Just kind of learned. Like I said, he's played football, but he's never ran track. So it's a different level of speed. It's a different technique, and learning what your kids can do, and like using this helped us to figure out what they excel at, what do we need to focus on instead. So you can see his lifetime deal. He's qualified for 3 things at regionals, for nationals. He's competed in 36 events so far. He's been in 12 track meets this year so far. There's his career medals, regional medals, district medals, how he's doing. Really cool. Let's scroll to the top of this of that 2021. You can see I put in everything, dates, like I said, how many events they competed in. This is a rough deal. He wasn't running fast because he was nervous, and so he didn't do as well as he could go. But you can see as the season goes by, on the right hand side you have that season best, so you can tell he progressed and he was getting faster and getting better times, longer distances. And that's a really cool thing to look back and see, like, oh, okay, I went from 3:12, and later there's a meet that I ran at some point. When he gets old, he looks at this. There's a meet where I was only at 3. I started 3:12, and then at some point I got to 3:76, and so that is gonna be really cool for him to see later on. Same thing with his high jump, which is like his favorite thing to do. He loves it. I love the fact that he loves it. Same thing with his turbo jab. Some of these things he's only done once, but I want to record it all, so he has it all there, so he can look back on it. Every meet that we've done, it's in here. It's organized. It's easy to find. It's slick looking. It's sleek. I think he will get a lot of benefits out of it later, just looking back and reminisce. Because I miss like when I ran track in high school, and I wasn't fortunate enough to be able to do AAU because like a lot of you dedicated parents out there, I didn't have the parents that were dedicated to get me to these places. So hats off to you guys, you coaches and everything. Much appreciated. Fantastic. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, like I said, hit me up on Facebook. You can leave a comment on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I got some more things in the pipeline. If you got some ideas, I'm not going to do any more modifications to the Ultimate track stats. How it is now is just how it's going to be. I'm not going to make any changes, but I am looking at working some more direct tools for maybe specific events or maybe actual specific track meets. So if you have any questions, like I said, hit me up. I definitely appreciate you guys' time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the future.